One of our favourite parts of the week is Megyn Kelly, our mate in the United States, where the only place you'll see her on Aussie TV is right here. Megyn, lovely to see you. Well, okay, can't avoid it. Let's talk about Johnny Depp. Absolute win against his former wife, Amber Heard, who made some pretty outrageous allegations against him.
Make no mistake about it. This was a complete rout by Johnny Depp. What this jury found was that she took that stand and she lied repeatedly under oath about him and the alleged abuse she says she suffered, and that she's been lying for years about him, and that she's been doing it maliciously with the intent of hurting him. That's what they found. And they wanted to punish her. If they didn't want to punish her, they wouldn't have included punitive damages on top of the compensatory, which is basically just meant to make him whole for the damage that she's caused him. They rejected everything that she said. The only thing she, quote, won on was a little piece of her counterclaim in which she said Depp and his lawyer falsely claimed that she messed up their penthouse to make it look more nefarious for when the police came to visit. The jury said, I don't think that she really did that, so we think Depp's lawyer lied about that. That's it. It spoke to nothing about the overall abuse claims. It was, in no uncertain terms, a complete victory for him. You don't get a presumption that you're telling the truth just because you bring a sexual abuse or a domestic abuse allegation. That's what she seems to have thought she was entitled to. And in her defense, our country lost its mind for a few years, going out there with signs that read, "Believe all women," as if, you know, the XX chromosome somehow gives you a truth-telling gene that men don't have. Women lie. Most women who make these claims are telling the truth. The stats bear that out. But plenty lie. We've seen it over and over and over again in our country, and the jury said Amber Heard is one of them.
Something far more serious, America and guns. Obviously, a lot of people in Australia don't understand the culture, the rights. It's way more complicated than the just burn it all. But Biden is trying to say that he's going to do something. Do you think he can actually change anything?
Paul, I was on the air covering the news live when Newtown happened. 20 first graders were shot to death in their classroom 11 days before Christmas. And we did nothing. We did nothing. Okay? We're not going to do anything after this one. And we didn't do anything after Parkland, where 17 kids were shot in their high school down in Florida. We're not going to do anything after this one. There's no appetite for real reform. We might chip around the edges. We might tighten a few things, make, the red flag laws a little bit more significant or severe. It's not going to do much. And it's frustrating to me as a mom, who I believe in the Second Amendment, though I'm not like a Second Amendment person, which is our amendment guaranteeing your right to carry a weapon, so says the Supreme Court. So if I believed that repealing the Second Amendment would do something, I could get behind it. But that's never going to happen. I was born into a country in which we have now, 2022, 330 million people and 400 million guns. They're not going away. We're not going to give them up. The country is too attached to their firearms, and there's absolutely no will for them to go away. Democrats and Republicans are too against that. So we have to live in a country that's very well armed to the teeth. But more importantly, Paul, we live in a country in which rampant mental illness is everywhere, and there's absolutely no will to do anything about it. We don't red flag them. We don't. We have a system that basically shrugs its shoulders and says, good luck. Well, we see how that works out. So after one of these shootings, everybody turns to the Second Amendment. Guns, 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 guns. It's not going to happen. And the stats were just released by the Department of Justice about 10 days ago, showing that the vast majority of school shootings are committed by a teenager who has taken his parents' gun. So in very few cases would tighter gun laws even apply